Pushed to live with elite trader funding. I don't know if you guys saw my review on this prop firm. I'll go ahead and link it. First link in the description if you want to check that out. Overall, my review on this prop firm was not great. I had mentioned in that video that there are definitely some better firms that you can go with, especially if you're a newer developing trader. One of the things that I had mentioned in that video, just to kind of offer a quick recap, was the fact that I was actually going with that firm to try and take advantage of their 20 linked accounts, much like what Apex offers. Now, the leverage that you can get with 20 linked accounts is absolutely insane, right? Think about what you can do with one account and then just copy trade all 20 of them pretty simply in Tradeovate, and you've got a 20x. That was the entire reason I put up with all the BS and all the annoyance that came with actually dealing with this firm. Now, along this journey, I put in a request for payout number 3 with ETF. I believe I was on day number 40, trading day number 40 with the firm, and put in payout number 3. The payout was actually pretty much ignored. The risk team just reached out to me at this time and they said, we would like to push you to live, which kind of sucks because I had $12,000 in simulated profits in that account. And of course, it just goes poof. So I want to actually discuss the transition to live, what I'm going to be working on with this actual account, and my game plan from this point moving forward. If you guys are new to the channel or you don't know me, my name is Kyle. I am a full-time futures trader and founder of Opinicus. Let's go ahead and break this down right now. Okay, so I did actually want to show the stats on the sim funded account before we even get into this. Unfortunately, I can't access the account anymore. They have totally removed it. Essentially, all the accounts have been deleted. So that's an important point here. When you do get transitioned to live with Elite Trader Funding, they're going to pretty much delete all of your eval accounts. They're going to delete all of your sim funded accounts. There's nothing that you can do about it. You can't decline the push to live. There's literally nothing you can do about it. Take it or leave it. I did read one little thing in the email they had sent me, which I'll show you in a minute, where you can basically get, if you don't want to go to live, they'll pay you like 10% of whatever your sim funded profits were, which I mean, it's absurd. It's like ridiculous, right? So you can't take that payout. You can't even get access to those funds. They do actually do one thing that is kind of cool, which I'll go over in a second, but pretty much you may as well kiss that money goodbye. So I was pretty happy with the performance that I had in this account. Now, as a reminder, this is the sim funded account that I had with ETF. This is only 35 trading days right here. Let's see. So yeah, we hit day 40. Now, if you're familiar with Tradeovate, they don't actually show you all of the data, so I couldn't even show the full equity curve or the full P&L calendar here, simply because Tradeovate does not go back that far in time, or they don't they won't show this much data within this actual screen. If you do a lot of trading, you'll find that on your own. So here's kind of the dashboard from ETF. When you actually submit the payout, you can see day number 40 right down here, bottom left, right? And I was doing pretty consistent $400, $500 days, just not really going for anything crazy, just some pretty basic base hits here, trading NQ. I put in the request for 2,500, and like I said, they didn't even acknowledge that. They just sent me this email. They said, "Hello, Kyle. We are delighted to inform you of a significant advancement in your trading journey with us." And so I'm not going to read this entire thing, but basically they go on to say that they're going to be pushing me to live. Now, this was on May 27th. Today is June 2nd that I'm recording this video. Here's the certificate, Live Elite certificate presented to Kyle Janis. That's me. And so that was pretty much the end of it. Now they sent an additional KYC. So I had to confirm my identity for a second time with the firm. Did that, no problem. Let's see, what else did they send me? They sent me some other information to basically choose my brokerage. Now, this is an interesting thing. They will allow you to trade Tradeovate in the evals and in the sim funded. They will not allow you to trade Tradeovate or NinjaTrader in their actual live account. This is not a major issue for me anyway. I'm pretty familiar with Tradeovate, so that would have been my first choice. I would have preferred to have been trading with Tradeovate just because it's a very, I'm already used to it. We like to use the tools that we're already familiar with. And so I had to learn, or I'm in the process of learning rather, an entirely new trading platform. I'll go over that in just a moment. What's kind of interesting here about the rules. So this is how it works. Even if this is why I kind of want to make this video. In the first video where I'm talking about ETF, I'm talking about leveraging the 20 accounts. I would actually not encourage anyone to go down that route because what I read somewhere, yeah, here it is. So for your live account setup, they're only going to give you the sum of up to 3 sim funded accounts max drawdown amount. So if you have 20 accounts, let's say you have a big old balance in those 20 accounts, it's not going to be like Apex where you can reasonably, air quotes, reasonably, right? Reasonably expect that they will pay you out. That money is gone. And for your live account, they're only going to give you a maximum of 3 of the sim funded accounts maximum drawdown. So it has nothing to do with the profit in the account, nothing to do with that at all. So I had the 50K account and the max drawdown on the 50K account is 2K. So my live account is 2K. That's it. I only had one sim funded account going at this time. And so I get pushed into that live account. The setup was fairly seamless. This was just last week. This all went down today. Like I said, today's June 2nd. So it was pretty fast. I was surprised by how fast it was based on things that I've read about other firms and the push into a live account. Sometimes it can, again, from what I've read, no experience on this personally, but from what I've read, it can take weeks and weeks. So I was pretty impressed and pretty happy to see that it was this fast. Now, the other thing to look at here is that they do, what I noticed is the 12K that I had in the sim funded account that I was working on, I noticed in the email they sent me on setup, it is being held in like the sim bank. Now, this is a little bit confusing. So basically, when you take a withdrawal, the way I understand this, I could be off on this because this is a bit confusing, but the way I understand this is if you take a 5K withdrawal, you can do this up to 10 times. They will match the 2,500 that is in your sim bank and put it into your live account. So basically, let's say I get my 2K live account up to $7,000. I can request a withdrawal at any time. I just have to email the risk team of $5,000. They're going to hopefully give me that $5,000, deposit it into my bank, withdraw it from the live account, and then they're going to put another 2,500 in the live account. So the account would effectively be 4,500 rather than back down to 2K. And to my understanding, they'll match the maximum amount that you have in your sim bank. Now, this is where I'm not totally certain on it, but based on reading through this and kind of breaking it down, that is my assumption. Now, if I fail, let's say I hit the max drawdown on the live account, I believe that they will replenish it up into the maximum that I have in the sim bank. So if I have 12K in the sim bank, the initial account is 2K. Let's say I fail that account. My understanding is that they will give me another live account for 2K, and they'll do that until, again, the sim bank, which has 12K in it, is totally depleted. Now, I could be off on that. The literature here on the website is, to me, it's not totally crystal clear, and I've read through it a few times. It's a little wishy-washy. They don't really give a ton of examples, and there's no other information on this as far as what I could find online. So I'm pretty much just going off of this. I could definitely email the risk team and they could probably clarify for me, but the goal right now is just to build up the live account and kind of figure it out as I go. My initial goal with the account itself is to get it to the 7K, and then I'm going to put in that first $5,000 withdrawal request. It seems like a no-brainer to do that rather than taking a payout prior to that, because I'm not sure if you take a payout prior to that if you're going to get the withdrawal match. And this seems like something that, I would want to have. Like, why would I not want to have that? So that's kind of the goal right now. Now, as far as the actual platform itself, let's see, am I missing anything else here that I wanted to mention? I don't think so. There is a daily loss limit of 1500. They emailed that to me, and it is only set up to trade micros. So they emailed and said you could either trade 2 minis or 20 micros. And even though micros technically cost a little more with commissions, it's like, why would I not want the option to kind of have more flexibility with how I scale? And so I went with the micros. To me, it seems a little bit silly, almost like they're not giving the true 1 to 10 ratio there. And they blamed it on Rhythmic. I don't know if I fully buy that, to be honest. I'm not sure I totally believe that that is on Rhythmic. That may be something that ETF does. I don't know for sure. Who knows? Who knows? But here's the platform. So you can see I'm just this is totally new to me. This is called EdgePro X. So I put out some trades. I think we're up like 500 on the day or 400 on the day, just trading 5 micros at a time here. On MNQ, you can kind of see the executions. This thing, the platform's not bad. It's definitely more robust than Tradeovate. There are a lot more tools here. They've got this whole order flow thing. I don't know anything about this. This is way beyond my pay grade right here. Edge Pro. Here's an overview, so multiple charts. You have a heat map. I don't use any of this stuff, so it's a cool tool, but to me, it's just unnecessary. That's why I like just the basic Tradeovate. I don't need any of this stuff for my Edge. Here's a TPO chart as well. So again, all of this is just totally useless for me. I'm primarily going to be existing in the DOM right here on the right, and then just your basic. There's a 30-second chart, so that's it. So if we get into account info here, yeah, I'm up 477 on the day, just trading 5 micros, 5 micro NQ at a time. So generate a fresh report. There it is. No losses today on this one. That's pretty nice. Just basic strategy that I trade here. So that is kind of a recap of Elite Trader Funding and their live program. I haven't, again, like I said, I'm not seeing a ton of information out there about their live program. So this has been my experience so far. Once I take that first payout, I'll go ahead and make another video just kind of recapping what this deposit matching is all about and what that looks like. But this is pretty much it. If you guys have questions about it, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you. If you're looking into ETF, like I mentioned in the original review video, I would definitely pursue some other firms as a priority and then kind of put this one on the back burner if you need more leverage or you want some more exposure, or if ETF, I saw someone commented they are offered in some countries that other prop firms aren't offered in. So that may be another reason to go with this firm, but definitely some red flags to be watching out for. Now, they do have a path to live, which is definitely encouraging. We love to see that with prop firms. Anyways, hope you guys found this one useful. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.